Welcome back to Scott Family Homestead. This morning we are going out to do some farm chores together. This really was Ryan's job when he was milking the cow. He would go ahead and feed everybody, check on everybody, and make sure everybody was set for the day. But now that our milk cow is out on pasture, we can do this together in the morning. So we're taking care of all of the animals, the chickens, the cows, the pigs, the cats, and we get to do it together. Still no eggs this morning, which is super disappointing. They got lots of food, lots of water, but it's still very, very cold. I think it's 3 degrees out this morning. Maybe as we get some warmer weather, they'll start to give us some eggs. That's the hope. Our barn cats are one of the most important animals on the farm. They are great mousers, which helps reduce our feed bill, so we always make sure that they are fed well and happy. So we have 3 barn cats. We've got Zach and Taco here, and then Monty is a little more skittish, so he was in here, but he got a little spooked. But we've noticed this cat food is going really, really quickly. We have 2 cats that are visitors, and I think they might have found their way into the barn and be taking some food. They mostly come at night, and we see them a lot on the security cameras. We also have a chicken in here stealing food this morning. We try to keep the chickens out of here because they will eat all of the cat food. And they also just scratch around and make a big mess in here. So we're trying to get chicken out. But otherwise, these guys are fed. I don't really have an issue with there being more cats around, as long as they're not causing any major issues. But definitely seeing a little bit more of a feed bill for all these barn cats. We put our milk cow Rosie out on pasture because she is being used as a nurse cow. She adopted our bottle baby Dilly. So she is out with the rest of the cows, which gave us an opportunity to bring Suki into the barnyard. She is our oldest cow and our very first beef cow that we ever bought. But she is a little bit skinnier than we would like, so we're trying to give her just a bit of grain every day. Her calf Margie, who is 5 months old now, is also here with her, still nursing. So we're trying to get her accustomed to us. We pet her mama a bunch, and we're trying to get her to realize that we are safe. Once we're able to approach her, we'll be able to halter train her, and I'm really excited to make her my best friend. She goes on the other side. Definitely see our hip bones, but not really like ribs. Should bring a brush out here next time. Brush her out. My old mama, she's like 8 or 9. They were kind of iffy on the age when we bought her, so it's hard to know for sure. Oh, good girl. Look at that. Closest we've ever been without a fence between us. Good girl. Oh, Margie. Hi. You're okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. We're not going to get closer than that today. Yeah, just get all that love and all those pets. You're missing out, little girl. We will keep working with Suki and Margie until Suki's condition is better, and hopefully Margie will eventually be halter trained. But now it's time to move on to taking care of the pigs. Our pigs have been troublemakers lately with the feeders jumping in with the breeders, which isn't a major problem, but they fight over the food. So we're feeding them in a big stripe like this instead of through their smaller feeder. We also have one that was injured crawling under the fence, had a piece of metal go through its ear, so we're applying some Vetricin just by pouring it on so that we don't end up with an infection. We're watching our mamas super closely because we're only 2.5 weeks out from our earliest possible farrowing date, and so we're watching them to see if their milk comes in. Once they get close to farrowing, we'll move them into the barn so that they'll be ready to have their piglets. Two of our kiddos go to school in the morning, so they get on the bus bright and early before we start chores. But there's a little bit of a lull before the other two usually wake up, so we get a chance to chat, plan our days. Ryan works from home, but he usually has meetings and schedules to stick to, so we plan out our day a bit and just enjoy the nice quiet before the kids wake up. It's time for some eggs and bacon. Our 3-year-old was absolutely amazed at these all-white eggs that we got from the grocery store. She's so used to farm eggs that she could not believe you could get all-white eggs. We don't always cook on the cook stove, but it is nice when it is warm in the morning like this and it's ready to go. We can go ahead and whip up some breakfast for everybody. Our kiddos that stay home definitely get the better end of that deal with more of a home-cooked breakfast than the ones who have to hurry off in the morning. I love that this cook stove has a warming oven so I can keep things warm while I do another batch of eggs. This is the Gucha Gulliver wood cook stove and we absolutely love it. Dinner will either be chicken noodle soup or a chicken pot pie. So I'm going to cook up an 8-piece chicken in the crock pot and then I can tear all the meat off and use it for multiple meals for the rest of the week. I'm going to go ahead and just put everything on a bed of freeze-dried onions. We're going to season everything lightly. We'll stir this a couple times throughout the day, and once it's ready, we'll take all of that meat off and get it cut up. Meanwhile, Ryan is off to work in the other room. Having him home is so great and we love it. And Micah is going to start working on his homeschool. So we have a unique situation with Micah this year that he's doing a public virtual school and we got to select a homeschool curriculum. So we're using Moving Beyond the Page. And while we do have to submit samples of his work each week, we do set our own schedule, and it opens up the opportunity for him to do all kinds of clubs. He did Battle of the Books this year, as well as art club, cooking club, and a lot of in-person events that they host as well. So while everybody stays busy with that, my job is to keep Savannah relatively quiet so everybody can get their work done, their Zoom meetings, all of the things that they need to do for their day, and we get to have all the fun. You like it? Yeah. We usually finish homeschool around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm here to help with anything that Micah needs help with, but otherwise we just stay busy, we play, we do a lot of arts and crafts, and if we ever need to be really, really quiet, then we use a little bit of screen time. While everybody is busy, I'm gonna go through the seeds that I just ordered. I'm gonna give you a little peek at what I'm growing this year. Being in northern Wisconsin, I'm not gonna start seeds till the very end of March or beginning of April, with the exception of some onion seeds. I grew Walla Walla onions from plant starts last year. I've struggled for a really long time growing onions from seeds. And there's two reasons. Number one is I generally don't start them early enough. I don't have a lot of patience for them. And next is that onion seeds don't last very long. So if you don't plant them in the first year or two, the viability of them goes way down. And I just don't buy seeds every year. So I'm usually using old seeds and starting them too late. But this year, I'm gonna give it a good honest try. I'm following Homestead's methods. She grows big, beautiful onions, and she's also from Wisconsin, not too far from us. So I'm gonna give these a try. But I did order a whole bunch of onion starts. Last year I sold my extra onion starts because I buy them in bulk and then give everybody a discount and try to get it spread among a bunch of people. I will be doing that again, and I'm hoping they will be here in time for our seed swap this year. Our seed swap is going to be on April 11th. I don't have everything finalized. I'm hoping to do some giveaways, have more activities for the kids this year, and we're going to get all that finalized and posted mostly to our Facebook page. So I will be mentioning it here on the channel, but if you're local to us, make sure you're on that Facebook page. It's just Scott Family Homestead. We'll have an event page and everything created pretty soon. So I'm going to get my seed starting set up for just a few small things. Vego Garden sent me a beautiful 2-shelf indoor gardening setup, and it's perfect for seed starting, and also some trays to try. I'm going to be getting that all set up today and start using it with my onion starts. So I'm really excited to try that out. I actually ordered all new seeds this year for all of my favorite things. My plan this year is to grow larger quantities of less varieties. So we're just kind of starting new, and a lot of my seed collection is going to be just for my little kitchen garden. So instead of growing 20 varieties of tomatoes in my high tunnel, I'm going to do 3 varieties in the high tunnel, and then have maybe 3 or 4 unique varieties out in my kitchen garden. Going for a little bit more production, and then I have my own personal garden in front of the high tunnel. There will be all kinds of beautiful things. I have a few different greens that I ordered this year. We got a couple different types of kale. I like the purple kale because you can see the cabbage worms on it really easily, and I feel like they kind of avoid the purple more than the greens. So I've got like the dino kale one, but also the purple. Crisp mint lettuce. This is kind of like a romaine type. I also got a lettuce mixture, hopefully a whole variety of lettuces to eat. The other kind of greens that I got, Swiss chard mix. I like getting mixes because then you get all kinds of beautiful colors and varieties. It's really a great way to buy seeds. And then some spinach as well. But most of this is going to wait till the end of March. My other kind of cool weather things is just a couple varieties of carrots. I like this carrot mixture. We gave these out at the seed swap last year in little baggies. I bought these in bulk and just split them up. And I know I got some pictures and stuff of people that had grown them and had a really good time with it. So again, I like the mixture. My kids like to pull carrots and not know what color they're gonna get, so this is a really fun one, especially for kids. Okay, tomatoes. I'm a huge tomato grower. I have probably 30 or 40 varieties of tomato seeds, and I love to grow tomatoes. I do not eat tomatoes raw. I actually don't like tomatoes, but I love to can them. I like to make salsa, and so we usually grow a ton of varieties of tomatoes, but I've gotten it down to my top 4 this year, and I'm gonna show you what I'm growing in the high tunnel. First is Amish paste. This is an heirloom from Wisconsin. It does great here. You can, like all paste and Romas, get a little bit of blossom end rot on these, so you do need to make sure your soil is healthy and has enough calcium. But these are super productive for us here. My favorite of the last couple years of large beefsteak type tomatoes is the Mortgage Lifter. The other one that I really like is the Mushroom Basket, but they're harder to peel for things like crushed tomatoes. This one has a nice smooth outer, 1-pound fruits, even here in Wisconsin. It's just so, so good. Now my favorite cherry tomato is the Purple Bumblebee. They did not have that at Seed Savers where I ordered my seeds from this year, but I did get Tommy Toe. These are super, super productive, and we really like these. So I'm gonna be planting these along with some Purple Bumblebee that I hope I have seeds for. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to order a new pack for those. My absolute favorite pole bean is the Purple Potted Pole Bean. I have saved seeds of these, but I wanted a new fresh pack of that. And then I'm gonna try these Burpee Stringless beans for our bush beans this year. So I actually got 2 packs of those. And we can beans, but we also eat them fresh, and my kids eat them raw, straight out of the garden. They love beans. So we got our pole beans and our bush beans. My favorite pepper is King of the North bell peppers. These grow really well here. They're designed for cooler weather. I still plant them in my high tunnel because peppers just do better in there. So we do grow a lot of different varieties of peppers, but this is the one that I want to do the most of. For squash, I'm going to do Connecticut field pumpkins, and then we're going to do Long Island cheese squash and winter luxury pie. So this is my favorite pie, pumpkin, and they grow really well. But this one, I just threw one of these pumpkins away that I grew in 2024. The storage on it, absolutely wild. It got to the point where it got so old, I was like, I'm just gonna let this go until it starts to soften and rot to see how long it will go. It was not in a cool place. It was in a dark place in our pantry, but on our main level on our house, just in a pantry closet. And it lasted about 18 months before it started to go bad. So major storage life on this if it's cured properly. Otherwise, these are great pie pumpkins. Last year I grew bushy cucumbers for the first time and they just went wild. I got so many cucumbers from these, so this is the variety I'm sticking to. And then last I got all kinds of flowers, pretty things. So that's pretty much it. That's most of what my garden is going to be this year. And then I will throw in some varieties and pretty stuff into my outdoor gardens, but this will get us a really good start. Still a long ways until we start seeds, but at least we can be in the planting stage. We do keep a seed library in our farm stand so people can get seeds year-round from our farm that are extras, just of seeds that we have purchased over the years and have extras of. We package them up, put them in the seed library, and people are welcome to stop by anytime for those. They go out in the springtime and we bring them in the fall. But if you're looking for something in particular, you can reach out to us at any time. And if you are local, we can package some stuff up for you and share our seeds. We would love to do that. So with all of this and then editing this video together for you guys, that is basically my entire morning. We still have some homeschool to do. Micah has science experiments to do today, including making a volcano, which is one of my least favorite homeschool activities, but he's in his earth science unit learning all about rocks and all of those things. So we're gonna be making a mess this afternoon. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, seeing what our morning looks like, see what a day here on Scott Family Homestead looks like in the springtime, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye guys.